What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Japes, and this is my beautiful, awesome, outstanding, amazing girlfriend.
You're not posting this, right? Right?
No.
Promise? I probably have stuff in my teeth.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god!
As you know, the release of Sonic Movie 3 is almost here, and my girlfriend has not experienced any of the games or watched the two films. After watching the two movies, though, she really enjoyed the character of Sonic. Honestly, more than I thought that she would. And I thought it would be a great idea to force her to play every single mainline Sonic game in a month. And she was really excited about it.
Are you ready to start Sonic?
So for this series of videos, I'm going to be showcasing my girlfriend's gameplay, and I'm going to be dividing it by era. So the first part, which is the video we're watching right now, is going to be the classic games, which consist of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Second part will be her playing the Dreamcast Era games. The third part will be her playing the modern Sonic games. And if we decide to do a part 4, it'll probably be the era that I like to call the Revival Era, which will consist of Sonic Mania, Sonic Frontiers, and Sonic Shadow Generations. Regardless if we do a part 4, we are most definitely going to do a video about Sonic Shadow Generations, which is coming out in about a week and a half as of this video. Yeah, we need to get on that. One more thing before we begin the video. This will only be our general thoughts about each game. We won't go into too much detail about each stage. If we did that, we would be here forever, and we definitely would not make it on time for Sonic Shadow Generations. Speaking of time, we do not have much, so let's get into the video, starting with Sonic the Hedgehog. So her first zone ever, Green Hill Zone. Within the classic games, it was actually really cool seeing a beginner play these stages, because it really goes to show just how good of a beginner stage this zone is. She was experimenting with momentum, trying to gain speed to clear hills. She was jumping off of the hills like you see in the video right now. Eventually she realized she can go back, get a running start, and use her momentum to clear the hills. She got by Green Hill Zone Act 1 and 2 with relative ease. However, the beginning of Act 3 kinda gave her a little bit of difficulty. All in all, looks like she was having a great time with Green Hill Zone, but that sentiment did not last very long as she approached Marble Zone, Spring Yard Zone, and Labyrinth Zone.
Oh man, same place? Oh my god, we were just there for like infinite amount of time.
Right off the bat, you could tell that she was having very big issues with the pacing. The 3-act structure simply did not work for her. Honestly, I do not blame her. But at least the length gave us a few moments of comedy.
Yes! Wait, no!
Bye.
Yep, laughing now. But soon, for every laugh we had, we would shed quadruple the tears. Let's see my girlfriend's first impressions of Labyrinth Zone.
Yeah, so far I'm liking this one. I like the colors. I like that I feel like I'm kind of like in slow motion underwater. So it's like, what? No, okay, so I have oxygen. You know what? I actually don't like this level.
Soon, not liking the level would become the understatement of the century.
Get up, you dummy!
If I hold the button.
For me to
By this point, all the stages pretty much devolved into her getting hit, getting frustrated, and then cursing a lot. The tedious level design and the egregious enemy placement was enough to make any beginner quit this game and never touch it again. You think Labyrinth Zone was bad? Imagine Scrap Brain Zone. So, to conclude this section of the video, I will let my girlfriend say what I think is a pretty insightful description on Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
fuck this fucking game.
general thoughts about the first Sonic the Hedgehog?
I didn't like it. I mean, it was too hard, and it made me mad. I didn't like it. And then also, like, you had to do the same map like 3 times, and that kind of made me bored really fast.
Okay, understandable. What was your favorite zone of the game?
I think it was the first one, because it was easy.
That one?
Yeah.
On the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, that's fair enough. Okay, what was your least favorite
Labyrinth.
stage? What was the time that you feel like you were having the most fun playing the game?
Cut the cameras.
When did you feel like you were having the least amount of fun in the game?
Labyrinth.
Okay, but like, what about it was made you mad? Like, what about it was frustrating?
Because it was irritating.
But like, what made you
I
irritated?
didn't like having to look for bubbles on top of already having to worry about my rings.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely frustrating. So you didn't like the hazards?
Yeah.
Really?
I
Okay.
wanted just to run.
If you had to sum up this game in one singular word, what would it be?
Frustrating.
Beautiful answer. Honestly, I couldn't agree more. And with all of that said, it was finally time to leave Sonic the Hedgehog in the dust and never look back again. Because now it was time for Sonic CD. As soon as she cleared Act 1 of Palm Tree Panic, you could tell that she was going to have a much better time than she did with Sonic the Hedgehog 1. She wasn't getting frustrated very much at all, and she was finally going fast, her favorite thing to do.
Here I go.
Look how fast the stage is.
I like how fast they all are. Dude, compared to the last fucking game, oh my god.
The one thing that I noticed was that my girlfriend opted not to go to the past to destroy the Metal Sonic machines. She very much played this like a regular classic Sonic game, and I know that's not the correct way to play it, quote unquote, but I haven't really played it like that either, so our opinions are going to be a little less thorough. Regardless, we loved the visuals, and she was even picking up on stuff that I didn't even notice.
It's like I like the tubas. Yeah, aren't these instruments?
Oh, maybe, huh?
You trying to tell me this map isn't made out of instruments?
Oh, you're right.
You didn't notice that?
No.
Wow. Some fucking Sonic playing for.
My feelings were totally not hurt by that. Luckily, the visuals of Stardust Speedway quickly made me forget.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, this one's the best one. I like the music change. It's almost scary.
Look at the background.
That's what I'm
Look at the,
saying.
oh my.
Like, that's beautiful. Wow!
Are you joking?
Colors!
Oh my.
This is beautiful. Look at this!
My god.
That shit looks crazy. That shit looks like it's right fucking, like, on top.
Yeah.
Like, I could touch it, bro. That shit's crazy.
Unfortunately for my girlfriend, that sense of joy was only temporary, as Metal Sonic awaited her.
Oh no. Oh no. Chippy? Shit, my rings, my Sonic rings, my Sonic rings!
Oh.
Oh, great.
Oh, great indeed. I would say it's okay to say that this was her first true test, if you don't want to count Sonic the Hedgehog's deplorable level design. She was struggling hard on this. She would constantly lose speed and get hit by Eggman's laser, but my girlfriend is tenacious if anything. She practiced for an hour straight doing run after run, learning the drop dash, until finally she was able to beat Metal Sonic.
Now, and get it, get it, get it, get it! Yes!
Yeah, fucking pussy. So I haven't even want to talk shit.
Oh!
Dude, what is he doing to you? Oh, they kiss.
That's all.
Oh. So, it only took me like 2 tries.
You sure about that, baby? Let's look at those 2 tries.
He's racing.
Oh.
What are you doing? Alright, get ready. No! You keep
I didn't know it was that
jumping!
close. I was trying. Seriously? Oh my god.
Regardless of the boss fight, my girlfriend and I still really enjoyed Sonic CD, and we thought it was a much better experience all in all compared to Sonic the Hedgehog 1. But again, to conclude, this game was pretty great. Alright, now let's move on to the next game in the series, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So my girlfriend had a really good time overall with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. By now she played enough classic Sonic to understand the gameplay and the mechanics, and she was breezing by the levels without even thinking about it. Right after she cleared the first zone, she realized that they overhauled the 3x structure from the first two games, going down from 3x to only 2.
So they got rid of 3x.
Honestly, that's like,
For the better, right?
yeah, because like 3 on the same map is kind of goofy.
Yep. Why do you feel like that?
I feel like that was too much.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like by the second one, I was like, okay, I like get the point of this map. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It gets boring to look at the same thing over and over again, especially if I'm like failing
Right.
and I gotta keep fucking retrying.
Yep.
I gotta see some other visual stimulation.
Honestly, I think this opinion is very sound. The 3x structure was clearly way too much, and 2x structure worked way better to give the players a sense of progression. But my main takeaway from this is that she was finally starting to form her own opinions. And those opinions were actually backed up by pretty good points and reason. Needless to say, it looked like she was critiquing a lot like the Sonic community.
Is that what being in the Sonic community is about? Criticizing it? That seems to be what it's about.
While critiquing the games obviously isn't entirely what the Sonic community is about, it is definitely fair to say that it is at least a little bit. In continuing those critiques, it was clear that she had another thing to say about the game. The game takes a pretty bad dip in quality once you get to the second half. She was really struggling with the enemy placement in Metropolis Zone.
Yeah. The fuck was that? Like, I don't get it. Like, I just get hit and I don't even know what the fuck's hitting me. Okay, that's my complaint about this fucking level. Because that bothers me. Because you're just hitting me because you feel like hitting me.
And once she got to the Sky Fortress, she was not really having that much fun, only because the anxiety of having death pits under you kind of deterred her away from having fun. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could prepare her for the final boss of this game. The battle with Mecha Sonic Mark 1 and the Death Egg Robot. This easily took her the most amount of time in any of the games. Screw Labyrinth Zone, forget Scrap Brain Zone. This was the ultimate challenge for my girlfriend. At first she could barely land a hit without dying because she had 0 rings, and the games really got her accustomed to always having at least 1 ring. Soon she was getting down even 3 hits before Mecha Sonic started to attack again, and it was really cool seeing a beginner learn the attack patterns and counter accordingly. Honestly, she was on fire, and she did not give herself enough credit. Of course, the Death Egg Robot was kind of annoying. We all know about that terrible hitbox, but honestly, she adjusted pretty well, and over the course of a few hours, over the span of a couple of days, which included a huge amount of frustration, she eventually did beat the game.
I did it! What? I did it! Oh, fuck you! I did it!
What are your overall thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
I loved it.
And why did you love it?
It was so fast.
Yep, makes
It was
sense.
Such smoother gameplay.
Okay, so what was your favorite zone in the entire game?
I like the Mystic Cave.
Nice.
I love the colors.
You also liked when you fell.
Yeah, and then there's a whole new zone.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else?
And then I like the chemical plant one, because I was going so fast. My least favorite was Sky Fortress, because I don't like the air ones, because I feel like I'm gonna fall, and I don't like the way that... I don't like having to worry about the second thing when I play.
Yeah, it makes
Just
sense.
like the air bubbles.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What was your favorite part of the game?
I like that I was actually going so fast the entire time, and it was smooth gameplay.
And what
Smoother.
was... Okay, so with that being said, what was your least favorite part about the game?
A boss fight? That took me 2 days to do over 3 hours.
Okay, but would you say that you felt very good at the end when you finally defeated it?
Yeah, like when you work 40 hours a week and then you get to the weekend and you feel like I deserve this. You know?
That's the feeling it gave you?
Yeah, just saying, like, if I'm off all week and then the weekend comes, is it a weekend?
True. I really don't know what that means, but okay. If you had to sum up Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in one word, what would it be?
Boss fight.
That's 2 words.
Oh, okay. Metal Sonic.
That's 2 words.
Okay, 3 hours.
So with all that being said, it was finally time to conclude with the last game, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. What a great game. This is honestly where me and my girlfriend really fell in love with the classic series. Again, I was never one to really care about 2D Sonic, but after playing this game for the second time, I really gotta say, I love the classic games. So like I said in the beginning of the video, my girlfriend already watched the first 2 Sonic movies, and of course, in Sonic Movie 2, we are introduced to Knuckles. So she already had a soft spot for Knuckles, just making this game all the better for her. This game was obviously also the place where we finally started to get a little bit more story. I feel like she wasn't really getting too much into the story with the other games, and it was very hard to follow without actual dialogue for a beginner player. But with this one, we actually started to get some story beats in, where you see that Knuckles is getting tricked by Eggman, and then we ended up having to team up with Knuckles to stop him. One thing I noticed with my girlfriend's gameplay of this run with Sonic 3, she was really cruising, and she more than hit her stride with a lot of these stages. She was doing great in Lava Reef Zone, Sky Sanctuary, Mushroom Hill Zone. All of these stages she was clearing with no problems. And there was also one stage that she actually got the upper hand on me with. So in Starlight Carnival Zone, I believe that's what it's called. Maybe not Starlight Carnival, but it is one of the carnival levels. You're supposed to go on one of these bouncy pads or platforms. They're cylindrical platforms. At first, I thought you had to jump and make sure that the platform sinks below you, which is what any rational person would think. But it turns out you actually have to use a mechanic that has never been used or introduced in any of the past classic Sonic games, where you have to look up and look down to gain momentum and sling the platform up and down, which is really not intuitive. For some reason, this genius actually figured it out in like less than 3 minutes.
There's one part in here that I'm gonna have to tell you what to do. But after you try, it's so stupid.
What's the point of this? Is this what you were talking about? Really? It's in this area.
It is this.
Okay, so I don't have to leave this area. Okay. Okay, well let me try to do it first.
Amazing.
No way!
You can figure that out. You can't figure out the fucking spikes. You've been seeing for 4 games straight.
Bro! That's crazy. You had to look that up?
Yes.
Dang.
As for the problems with the game, I didn't really notice that she was struggling too much. I mean, some of the boss fights she did struggle on, but there's nothing that even came close to Metal Sonic in Sonic CD or the Death Egg Robot in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So all in all, this game was a really good experience. I will say though, I definitely felt like this game was super long. It never felt long in a bad way, like, oh, this is like taking forever. Like, no, the 2-act structure is still here, still doing its thing. We were breezing by the levels pretty quickly. It just felt like it took longer to get to the end portion of the game. But the designs in these games and the storytelling was so damn good. I can't help but say that this might be my favorite Sonic game, and I think this is the one that made us fall in love with classic Sonic in general. But enough about me, my opinions. Let's just hear directly from her, and then we will wrap up the video. So, final game. What do you think about Sonic 3?
I think it was the best one
How come?
because I like Knuckles.
The only reason?
And all the zones were like different from one another, and I can actually differentiate them.
Yeah, okay. What was your favorite zone?
The mushroom one,
Okay, how come?
because it was cute and fun and bouncy.
And what was your least favorite zone?
The death egg zone. It was frustrating with those electrical things, and I was like, and it would be going up, and then I'd hit those stupid spikes, and it was.
Not good.
I didn't
Okay.
like that one.
And if you had to sum up this game in one singular word, what would it be?
Knuckles.
How did I know you were gonna say that? And that was the video. Like I said, I did not really expect her to like the classic games, but she ended up really falling in love with them. And honestly, watching her play it made me fall in love with them too. For once in my life, I can actually look forward to a 2D Sonic game. But with all that being said, I gotta do the classic YouTuber stuff. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more content. Definitely look forward to part 2 of the video where we play the Dreamcast Era games, which is Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog. If you don't want to miss that, again, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Also, it's pronounced Hydrocity, not Hydrocity. Okay, bye.